Hey, Dan,
Hey, Kim.
show them your new dice because they're cool.
Kim, we're kind of in the middle of something, aren't we?
After.
Okay, after. Some stuff's going down that, you know what? I'm gonna say that, Lena can't even see it happening because she's on the other side of this thing. Lily might be able to see kind of, sort of, but she's not comprehending at the moment. But Nefmir and Gerard, you get front row seats. You watch as Thott lifts this sword, this shining silver sword, out of its wrappings, and you watch him wince in pain, and he drops to his knees, and he puts the pommel on the ground, and he drops his head onto it, onto the blade of the sword, and the tip sinks into his eye.
Uh?
Well, that's not weird.
Yeah.
Not
and
weird.
you know what's totally not weird as well is that blood starts streaming down his face, and where it hits the ground, it bursts into black flame.
That's also not weird.
Yeah. So you see Thott kneeling on the ground, pulling the sword from his eye. And as he does, black flames burst from that socket. And Thott, the voice returns. Rise, Thott, Knight of Groomsh. What do you do?
Where's the sword at?
It's in your hand.
Okay. I'm still holding it.
Mhm.
Can I let go of it?
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Not very good at those. Except that time.
At that time. Let me see here. You do not drop
Wow.
the sword.
Oh.
So,
You said let's see, and it activated Siri up here.
what? How?
I don't know. She
Weird.
heard you and recognized you.
Bizarre. So anyway. Thott, you do not drop the sword, and the rest of you hear Thott speak. And he says, I see you must be shown the way. And he stands up. And he walks over to this head that's in front of him. And he cuts it off.
Jesus.
You hear Thott's voice shout,
Abomination! Creature of the abyss!
as he cuts the head off. Black flame erupts from the sword as it slices into the neck of this smaller head, and it shrieks so loud that some small rocks start to fall off of the cavern walls and ceiling, and then the shriek is cut short, followed by a loud thud as the head hits the ground, and the body goes limp. Thott, you turn to Gerard, and in the blink of an eye, you're in front of him, and the sword raises,
Uh-oh.
and it drops. Gerard looks confused and concerned for obvious reasons, and he raises his shield just in time to avoid a killing blow. But he is wounded nonetheless as these black flames engulf his shield and start to burn him. He throws the shield to the ground. He is severely injured. Thought's voice shouts again.
Do you feel the blood rushing in your veins? The anger pushing you to greater and greater heights? This is what an orc aspires to. This is what you are meant for. Witness this firsthand and let the experience soak into your very being.
And I will give Thott a chance to do a wisdom saving throw if you'd like. You just can't shake this vice on your mind. Nefmir, what do you do?
I'm gonna overall acknowledge to myself that I saw this happen. Try not to be distracted by that happening. Not really gonna put too much thought into it, and launch a spear at this thing.
It's like, all right, he's got his own thing going on over there.
That's the overall feeling. Like, yeah, I was gonna leave that be for now. Oh wait,
Stand
actually,
up.
wait, yeah, actually, I'm gonna stand up before I do that.
Yeah, then you can use that first 24 and that hits.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay. You plug it and it's still up.
All right, then I will hit it again.
Okay. That one will hit. Okay. You blast one of those little creatures off of Lily's leg. And the other one remains. Would you like to...
Where did the other one go?
I just took it off the screen,
Is it dead?
so that didn't get cluttered. Yeah, it's yeah. You blast. Sorry, when I said you blasted it off, I meant that it died.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just took it off to avoid screen clutter.
Fair, fair.
The big guy's got to stay there because it's a big obstacle at the
Right.
moment.
Yes.
And in fact, actually, I'm going to do this. That's where the neck, the big neck and head extended to. So there's actually a large neck laying across the ground there as well.
Okay.
The other's head coiled around its body, which is cool. Would you like to move?
It's half my movement speed to get up, correct?
Correct. Yeah, so you've got 15 feet left.
Okay. I'll just stand on this neck if you're okay with that.
Yeah, sure. It ain't moving. I'm sure you can do that.
It's wide enough. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's wide enough. Yep.
Cool. Good.
You should be okay. All right, Lena. Why don't you roll a d10? What the fuck is going on? You watched this thing in front of you. What is it? It's dead now? There's this lady next to you. She's being attacked by something. Who is she? You know what? No. She looks dangerous. She has a sword. You attack her.
Oh no. With what?
With a melee attack. Yeah. So you use your staff, I guess. Are you proficient with staff?
That's a good question.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You are?
I have it in here.
You do? Oh,
Yep.
quarterstaff. Yes. All right. Roll a quarterstaff attack. It does not hit.
Didn't think it would.
Okay. And that's you. That's your turn. Okay. Gerard. Yeah, he's going to... You know what? Yeah. I think he stands his ground and he shouts to you, Thott, through Groomsh. He shouts, Thott, you're in there. You're an agent of the Silver Flame and you will not be brought down by this. and he swings his sword up to meet yours. Yeah. He does not attack you. He just moves to block your sword with his. And it seems at the moment that he succeeded in doing so. That guy is dead, but weirdly enough, there's another cry from the rift. This time one of pain. Another tentacle cat barrels into the man, and they both tumble through the rift and fall onto the ground in the cavern. The man struggles under the beast, wheezing hard as he attempts to catch his breath and fend off the snapping jaws. And now, there is a tentacle cat in the building.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like that. So there's a tentacle cat in the building, and he is on top of that man at the moment. And they are both through the rift in your plane.
Oh my.
Yeah. Lily's up. I'm going to say she can do a wisdom saving throw. Kim, what's your spell DC?
I'm looking. It's 14.
She does not make the wisdom save. She instead... Oh, hold on. Now, hold on. She... I think in her instinct, just pure instinct, she blocks that quarterstaff attack from you, and she blocks it just by raising her arm up and taking the staff because, you know, you didn't swing very well. She just grabs it, and she looks at you, and as she looks at you, a glimmer of recognition appears in her eyes, and she lets go of the staff and says, "What is going on?" Not that you can hear. That's right. None of you could hear what Thought's been saying. That's right.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably.
Yep. So he, I think, yeah, that's okay. We're okay as is. So Lily, oh, you know what? She has a thing for this, doesn't she? Yeah. She lets go of your quarterstaff, and still with the creature on her leg, she hobbles over to Lena and puts both hands on her shoulders and shakes her and says, like, wake up, Lena. And Lena, you feel a magic course from her into you.
Oh, thank God.
We'll see what happens when your next turn happens.
All right.
Thought. We're going to do a strength contest. So would you roll a strength check with advantage?
Okay.
Holy shit. Damn, dude. You know, by all means, that should have failed, but Gerard got a nat 20.
Wow.
You feel you're just a passenger here. You see this happening with perfect clarity because he wants you to see, and he wants you to feel. He wants you to enjoy it. So you see and you hear, even with the earplugs, you hear Gerard shouting to you, and you see him holding you off, and you feel a surge of anger boiling from deep inside your mind as Gerard successfully holds you at bay. You hear Gerard's words to you, and they are vaguely reminiscent of something that you heard before. And now far, far in the distance, in the recesses of your mind, you make out the words of the paladin Tiramiron, and you hear her speaking the same that she said before. You serve a higher purpose, as do we all. We are stronger together. The silver flame is willpower made steel. Embrace it, join us, and stand with us in battle. He is but one. And you can make a wisdom save with advantage.
Eek.
That heat within your body, it never left, but now it begins to pulse in time with the reverberation in your chest. With each pulse, the heat grows more and more intense but never painful. It feels powerful. It's not you, but it flows through you, into you from the sword, invigorating you from head to toe, and then flowing back into the sword. This cyclic flow increases in intensity and speed, and it reaches a peak, and you feel the flow begin to break out from inside of you now. And you watch as the sword in your hands, that black flame, is extinguished in an instant by a bright silver flame, as you've seen many times in your dreams. And then you do too. The
I'm
black
sorry,
flame
what?
from your...
I'm on fire?
You're on fire.
Oh my god.
With a silver flame. The black flame from your eye is smothered instantly, and it's replaced with the same bright silver flame. And you suddenly become extremely aware of Groomsh's presence in your mind. Like you can see him.
Ugh.
And you zero in on it so clearly that you are looking down on him. What do you do?
He's just gonna say, "No, I'm not the one." Shaking his head slightly as he says this.
Okay. So, are you rejecting him?
Yes.
You do it. There's no struggle. You push, and he is pushed. Groomsh has no time to threaten and no time to curse. He's gone. He's been quiet before when you would invoke the flame by prayer to silence him, but he's always been there, waiting, and you always knew he was there. But now, for the first time in your life, you know he no longer holds any sway over you. He owns no part of you. He has been banished.
Damn. I fall to my knees and start weeping.
Okay. Nefmir, you're up.
I still I have one eye kind of on the scene between Gerald and Thott going on. Really don't sway from my position. That's happening over there. I'll deal with that should I need to. And I'm going to chuck Eldritch Spears at the kitty.
Kitty. Okay.
I forgot that was there.
There is a kitty there. Okay, that'll hit.
Nice.
I mean, it's on the ground, so it's not gonna get pushed back. It's not possible. But I'm gonna push it. So
Okay.
Pushing force.
Okay. Oof, that's too
full 10 feet.
That's yeah, 10 feet and then 10 feet. You blast this kitty off of the man, and then one more time, and it rockets against the wall. Wow. Alrighty. Let me see here. gotta put in some HP. Minus 25. Good hits. Minus 25, and then also you slammed him into the wall. Always good for another little chunk of damage. 5 damage this time. The cat is prone on the ground as it finds itself rocketed off of its prey and slammed into a rock wall. Very cool. Do you want to move around?
No, I'm just gonna continue chilling out here on this nook.
Okay. Lena, roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage against your own spell DC.
I did it.
Oh, just
Oh my
you
God.
did it! Yay! You suddenly realize that this scary-looking lady that's shaking you violently is your friend Lily, and this thing that's dead next to you, that was your enemy. And is that Nefmir standing on its neck? Oh shit, Lily has a thing on her leg. And there's a cat. That's what you can see.
Is that my turn?
I'm gonna say because Lily used her action to give you that you still have an action.
Okay. Is that thing on her leg in melee range?
For you, no.
Okay. I'm going to kind of be like, oh shit. And then think like, oh man, I can't believe I thought she was scary. And then I'm going to Ray of
She is
Frost
scary.
that thing. I'm gonna Ray of Frost. Ray of Frost? Oh, whoops, I clicked Chill Touch. I'll Chill Touch. It's
Okay.
a cantrip. That
Yeah.
thing.
It's chill. Oh, it's 120 feet. Okay. All right, you chill touch it. Real good. Do the damage. Oh,
Not good.
not great. Is that right? Only 2d8?
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but they increase at level 5.
Yeah, from 1d8 to 2d8.
Oh, okay. I see. All right, just making sure.
Hey, you want to
All right.
give me an d8? Because I will take it.
No, I'm good, bud. I'm just asking, making sure you got it all good. Yeah, you do 4 damage to it. It does not let go of her.
Hmm.
Yeah. Gerald, for his turn, also similarly collapses onto the ground and drops his sword and just kind of lays there.
Damn.
He is a bit spent.
Same, brah.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Lily takes 1d10 from this guy, and it's 10 damage. Wow. Lily takes 10 damage from the thing that's still latched onto her leg.
We're doing our best.
Yeah. And so is that one lady who is still up there in the rift, now fighting off all of these things by herself.
That's right, there's a guy on the ground.
There's a guy on the ground. She fights on, but no longer easily escapes the bites and lunges from the beasts as they did earlier. Both her and the man on the ground are obviously bloodied. And her previously perfect battle stance is now hunched and staggering. She looks down briefly to confirm that he is indeed on the ground in this cavern, but has no time to spare and continues fighting these creatures that are still running toward the rift. And speaking of creatures that are still running, the cat stands up and immediately looks at Nefmir. And it leaps into the air and onto the body of this thing and sprints down its neck.
Ah.
Yeah. its tentacles lash out at you. And what's interesting, actually, I'll say, as you watch this thing sprint toward you, maybe you're exhausted, maybe it's something else, but as it comes at you, you swear you see two of them. And they're kind of in the same place, but not. You're really not sure what's going on anymore. But you see tentacles, and they lash out at you. Does a 23 hit?
Oh my god.
Sure do.
Or do? Minimum damage, so 5 damage, plus, so 5 bludgeoning damage, plus 5 piercing damage, so 10 damage for that tentacle. And another tentacle lashes out, does an 8 hit.
8 does not hit.
Okay. Yeah, the cat is lashing out at you with its tentacles. Lily is up, and she grunts as this thing latches further into her leg, and she raises her sword up, pointing straight down at the ground, and she jabs it into the creature. No, the thing twists at the last second, and she jabs the ground, and she raises it again, and this time, stabs it straight through the head.
Yay.
And she sort of like, it's kind of kebabbed, skewered onto her sword, and she sort of like lifts it off of her leg and swings her sword hard, and the thing slides off and thumps into the wall.
Gross.
Ow!
Slides off the map.
Slides off the map. So, Thott, you, as much as that exhausted you, as much as that took everything out of you, you have never felt more power in your entire life.
Wow.
And you hear a voice in your head, and it says, "The silver flame can cauterize any wound, any tear."
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. As much as he would like to take a moment to rest, he senses the immediate danger and stands up. And he points the sword at the creature.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Very cool. That does not hit.
Very, very
You know, it's,
cool.
I think it really, you know, you're bursting with this power, and you get this feel that you can do this. You have no idea why. You don't know what necessarily it is that you're doing. But one thing's for sure, you've never aimed your sword before like that. So it's a bit off. But magic bursts from your sword and sails over this tentacle cat.
Shit. Okay.
You gonna move?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's just gonna try to hit it.
When you cast a spell, you cannot take a second attack.
Ah, shit. Never mind.
You get 2 attacks or 1 spell.
Okay.
If you'd like to, knowing that, if you would like to change what you do, that is okay.
No, he was gonna do that.
Okay. Alrighty. Would you like to move?
Yeah. And this is going to seem uncharacteristic of him, and he feels ashamed. He does not want to be seen as callous, but he's actually going to go here.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, just whiffs it, and then just turns around and leaves. He feels very bad about this. And that's his
Sounds like a
turn.
plan. Okay. Nefmir, you are being assaulted by a large tentacled cat.
Yeah, I'm not fond of it. I'm gonna do an Arcana check. I can do a check and then an attack, right? Even though I just did it earlier, I'm gonna ask.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna do an Arcana check on that weird tentacly nonsense that I saw like 2 but 1 that I
Mhm.
wasn't really sure of.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Damn, all right.
Okay.
I think you've read about these before. Somehow. I think just in your travels, in your studies, and your things, you are aware of a creature called a displacer beast. They are known to inhabit different planes because they are not made up of matter in the way that you are aware. Not that you're aware, that you are used to. They are extraplanar entities. And what you are seeing is the main clue that, made you realize what they are. Displacer beasts can exist partially in 2 places at once, very close by to each other, and that serves to disorient and protect themselves.
Very well. I'm gonna spray poison on it.
Okay. DC 15 con save, you say? It got a natural 1. I mean, it makes sense. It may be shifting around trying to disorient you and whatnot, but poison can't be disoriented when it's in cloud form. It's just you spray poison out in front of you in the general area, and it takes it full on in the face. Yeah. 10 feet? I think it might come down to him eventually, but he's okay in the immediacy. Okay. It looks genuinely affected by this blast of poison in its face. But it is not dead. Would you like to move?
If I move, it's going to react, so...
Oh, very much so.
I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay. Lena's up.
Okay.
You watched as Nefmir blasted a cloud of poison into this displacer beast's face.
I'm like, great, he's got this.
Oh, and also what's interesting is you watched... Martin, what does your guiding bolt look like?
Oh shit, I should have thought about that. I guess actually, it would be appropriate if it was white flames.
It would. Or
So-
silver even.
One could say silver, yeah. Basically, the sword is on fire
Yes.
and flames shot out of it at this creature. But not in a, not as flames normally would,
Mhm.
but in
Like a blast of concentrated flame. Is that right?
well, it's almost like lightning actually, but it's like it's made
Oh.
out of fire.
Okay, that's pretty
So-
cool. That's pretty rad, actually. Lena, you watched. Your attention was brought over into that area as what a seemingly a lightning bolt made of silver flame arced over Nefmir and the cat, and slammed into the wall of the cavern. And then Nefmir poofs a cloud of poison up in front of him. What do you do? Oh, and also at the same time, through the rift, you see the lady fighting for her life, and the man is still on the ground.
She's gonna think about that later. And the magic thing, she's gonna think about that later. And I think
Like everyone is just watching this Thott having one of the most important events of his life and going like, weird. Weird. I'm gonna put that aside.
That is
Yep.
weird.
now's not the time to have a conversation for it. So I think, sorry, hold on a second, I gotta read a thing.
Oh boy.
Okay. I think the markings on her skin kind of glow a little bit. Maybe you can see it under her clothes as she turns some sorcery points into a spell slot, and she's going to cast Shatter like she did before in the Rift. I don't want to hit the lady. I want to hit the things she's fighting in front of her.
Okay. Feel free.
It's a little bit better.
Okay. I will roll for them again. Oh, they just barely miss. So they take that 11 damage, and I mean, you can't see it, but you just popped a large number of these little creatures.
Damn.
Like a quite large number of them have exploded.
Do I get confused again?
No, you do not.
Okay, good.
Interesting that you tried the spell that fucked you up last time again, though. So
I don't got anything else. I thought about doing
I don't
lightning bolt,
got-
but that's just a line.
it's just a line.
Just a line.
Gerald is still out of commission, I think. And you know what? I think because of you bought her some time. You popped all of the creatures in her immediate vicinity. So she comes over to the rift and looks out over the scene and looks down at the man who is currently getting up off the ground, and she shouts something to him in a language that you do not know. And she lays down on the ground and extends her arm. And he stands up and he climbs up onto the body of this beast, and he leaps toward the rift, and they grab hold of each other, and she is able to haul him up back into the rift. Good job.
Nice.
And that's that. Lily's up. She looks around, and I think she is also going to climb up on the beast and say, "Don't worry, I'm coming." But you cannot hear her. Let's see. It's a big bulbous boy, so let's see. She's gonna need. Oh, why am I rolling here? You guys can see her do it. Gonna take some athletics to get up there. Athletics with advantage to get up there. Okay. She climbs up onto the guy. And weep. 10, 15, 20. Yep. All right. She runs down the length of this bulbous boy and meets that cat from behind and attacks recklessly. That'll hit, and that'll hit too, actually.
Wow.
It's a cat. Oh, wait. Oh, whoa. I'm sorry. Nope. It's not just a cat. It's a displacer beast, and it's projecting a second version of itself. All attacks on it have disadvantage, actually. So, neither. Oh. The second one does hit. Okay. So it does 10 damage. She does 10 damage. Not great. I think she was a little surprised by the fact that I think she swung for the like after image of this cat, and it went through. Her sword went through it because it wasn't actually there, but just by chance it happened to catch it anyway in a different spot. Not quite the killing blow she was aiming for, but still damage all the same. Thott, you're up.
Okay. I think I'm actually gonna also climb up on top of this dead body.
Okay. That's an athletics check, please. Because it's a weird bulbous sack of flesh.
Gross.
Not the easiest climb.
Ooh.
That'll get you there. It'll get you there.
Okay.
It's
Oh, no.
a bit more awkward than it's a bit more awkward than you would like, but you know, you got up there.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
Now, how many feet up is this thing?
It's 15 feet off the ground.
But how high up am I now?
You are now, I'm gonna say, 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. This is stupid, and I'm gonna do it anyway. He's gonna jump at it and slash it with his sword.
Fantastic.
Or at least he's going to try to do that.
Why don't you give me, actually, the jump, you can just jump. Jump is, a standing jump is just as far as your strength modifier, I believe. What is that? 4? Okay. So you can standing jump 4 feet in front of you, which brings you into range of that rift.
Okay.
So you make a standing leap toward it, holding the silver flame high, and you just want to cut the rift?
Yes.
Okay. You leap forward, and this flaming sword in your hands, it catches on nothing. The space that is open inside of this torn rift, the sword catches it, and you see a light erupt from your sword that is just blinding. You can't look directly at it, and you feel the heat and the power just explode from it, and you are knocked back against the body of the beast, and you tumble to the ground unceremoniously.
Gross.
But when you open your eyes, you just see the remnants of silver flames burning away into nothing. And Lena, from where you're standing, you watch as Thott swings this sword, and the part of the rift where he cuts, it bursts into flame, and that flame spreads instantly across the entire rift, and it just burns it away. And the rift is now gone.
Hey.
And you're prone on the ground.
Oh.
Netmir.
It's time for a nap anyway.
What would you like
No,
to do, Nefmir?
It is not Napmir. It is Nefmir. He's not gonna just take a little sleepy right now. I guess
Are
he'll
you
do
saying that
more.
because you want to take a little sleepy right now?
No. I'm actually quite well. I just thought I would segue.
I like
awkwardly.
I like it.
I'm gonna do another poisons. Am I? Hold on. I don't want to get Lena, or not Lena. Excuse me, Lily.
Lily, yeah,
Oh,
and you
man.
would.
I would. Yeah, it's not good.
But then again, she did run into the lingering cloud of poison when she got there, so she doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Is that a direct statement of if I use poison spray, it will not affect Lily?
No.
No, it's
not even a little bit.
I think it's more like she seems to be willing to take it.
Okay.
I think that is more of what I was suggesting, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, based on that, could I spray poison a different direction and still have it like affect the thing? I'm trying to visualize.
Not really, no.
Because it would like
Yeah,
spraying. I'm guessing like a cone.
A 10, yeah. I think it would be a little difficult to get it in any other way.
Like I could well, because if I spray it in that direction, like it'll just spray like a cone.
Yeah. I think it would be a little difficult to get it in there.
Okay, well then I'll just whack it with a green flame blade.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna double check how that works, and I'm not going to have it, travel to any other person. Let me just double check how this works.
Yeah. Yeah, you choose where it jumps to. You can choose to just have it not jump. That's okay. No jumping.
Jampu.
0 jumpu.
No
Wait,
jump.
do I have it set to? I still have it set to 1d8, but that's wrong.
That's wrong.
It should be 2d8 now.
Should. You can just roll the extra d8 afterward.
We'll see. Extra shoot 1d8, and then the fire damage.
Actually, hold on. Yeah. So you do the
There is no second creature. It's just
correct.
It's just knife plus 2d8.
Correct. Oh no, it's a
So-
knife plus 1d8. The you do the knife damage plus 1d8 now
No,
at 5th level.
it says.
Why don't you put it in roll 20?
Yeah, but
I'm looking at it now. You make a melee attack with a weapon. On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects. At higher level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 fire.
So the 1d. So normally it would just be second target below 5th level.
Correct.
At
Yes,
5th
that's
level.
right.
Okay, I boned her hands. So I'm just gonna do. I don't have this set up correctly, so I'm just gonna do dagger and then 1d8. I don't care.
Yep, that's fine.
Does that hit?
Dagger. That does hit.
Fantastic roll.
Woo woo.
Yep.
And then 1d8. I'll experiment with this outside of game.
Ooh, that's a nice one. All right, 11 damaga. Yeah, that's a good stab.
Slice.
Yeah. Hold on though. You have disadvantage on attacks against it though, so roll that dagger one more time.
No.
One more time. We'll keep the
Oh.
damage. It's good damage if it hits again. Go ahead, stab again. Do another stab.
Stab. No
No.
damage.
No damaga. That's the appeal of the displacer beast. It's good at not getting hit.
I'm just gonna poison everybody next time. If there's
That's Nefmir talking to him. It's like, fuck that. I'm just gonna poison everyone next time.
yes, that is he's Sour at himself.
Lena's up.
Okay. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ray of Frost on that cat
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Make kitty cold. At disadvantage. Make the kitty cold. Make the kitty cold. That hits the kitty.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
Everything has
Ooh.
disadvantage, but it's just a cat, so its armor class is low. Ooh, good damage on kitty. This thing is getting beat to hell. It is not looking good at all. Gerard is not getting up. You get the feeling that he used every last ounce of strength just holding off a god. So
Does he see the
A
poison
god
coming
thing.
down on him and roll out of the way 5 feet?
he sees it sort of wafting down. He goes, but he does not move.
Those are words that he's saying.
It's not like he's gonna say, "My name is Mudsud."
My name is what?
Mudsud.
Mudsud.
I sent you the Snapchat. Come on now.
Mudsud. Catch up on your Mudsud lore, please.
I do not remember this.
That's a shame.
I've got a
Anyway,
giant
we're gonna move on.
body and little baby legs. Mudsud.
We're trying to finish a fight here. There's a cat. The cat's just gonna keep chomping down on the guy in front of him, I think. Because turning around on this neck is gonna be kind of a bitch. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Nefmir.
His AC is
Yeah,
14.
too.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Let's see. 1d6 plus 4. Oh, holy moly. That's 10 damage. 10 bludgeoning damage. Plus 9 piercing damage. That's 19 damage.
That hurts.
It's too
Yeah.
much damage.
Man, I'm in a bad shape. I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Ooh.
Please do.
I don't have Hellish Rebuke. That was a spell. Hold on, let me a sec. Let me just add that because I have Hellish Resistance. Or not Hellish Resistance, excuse me, Infernal Legacy, which lets me do that. But I don't have it added to my
Okay.
shit, so
What's the damage? For now, we can just say what's the damage.
I'm looking it up on Roll20 right now.
I want to say it's DP of some sort. Right? I don't remember.
I think it's just damage.
Oh, okay.
You point your finger and the creature that... Oh, no,
D10.
saving throw.
Or no, creature must make a saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the save it needs to go against though?
Dex save against you, which is 15. So I'm gonna roll that. Dex save. What does it have? It's a cat. It's probably pretty good at that. Just +2. Just a big cat. It fails. It is right on top of you.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So 2d10.
2d10. Roll that damage. Oh God!
Wow.
Fuck.
Damn it!
some mini like I just tossed a couple matches on him.
It's so sad because it's just barely alive. It's sagging. It's so close to death, and you just sort of singe one of its tentacles as it attacks you. Come on now. -4. Okay. And the other tentacle comes down on you. Does a 17 hit.
Yeah.
Wait, this thing is
Okay.
still attacking?
Yeah. It's got multiple tentacles, my dude. Yeah. Oh, but see, whereas before it was max damage, that was a 1, and that was a 1! Jesus Christ. Alright, the other tentacle, I guess this is the tentacle that you hit with fire. So this one only does this one does 6 damage.
That doesn't matter. I'm at 0 HP now.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
It smacks you across the face and you go unconscious. Okay. Nefmir's down, and this cat is so injured. Incredibly injured kitty. Lily's up. You think Lily can do it? I mean, it is disadvantage, so she's going to attack recklessly, which gives her advantage, which will then become normal attacks. So, can she do it? No.
No.
And yes.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay. This thing gets one last tentacle attack off on Nefmir and knocks him unconscious, and she swings once and hits the weird phase version of this cat, and then swings through a second time, and this time it bites through its spine. And the cat collapses onto the big creature's neck, and then tumbles to the ground next to Gerald.
Gross.
And dies.
Oh, God.
Okay. So, for the time being, that's it. That's all you can see.
Yay.
Lily kind of stops and looks around and starts shouting, "Can we take the earplugs out now?" But all you hear is,
I'm gonna get up and look around. So this is just gone now.
yep, the rift is gone.
Okay.
And actually, you can't see what's going on the other side of the thing.
Right. Well,
So Thott doesn't know that it's dead.
right.
What does Thott do?
Well, I guess he's gonna run around to here,
Around.
and what do I see?
You see that. You see the dead tentacle cat on the ground next to Gerald. You see Nefmir unconscious and draped over the neck of the beast, and Lily standing over him.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to Nefmir and cast that.
Okay. So what does that look like then?
I'm gonna touch him, and my hand's gonna glow a little bit. Pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and Nefmir is no longer dying, but he is still unconscious.
Nice.
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 Just right.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. Yeah, there's no more monsters, so I guess did we end up putting wicks into the earplugs we made or not?
I think so.
Okay,
I think that was the idea.
I'm gonna grab the wick of my left ear and take the earplug out.
You're taking out one earbud.
Yeah, basically. Well, I'm
Wait.
holding the sword in my right hand, so
Okay.
only my left
You
hand.
pull out one of your earbuds, and what are you doing here?
Fuck you.
No, I'm just kidding.
You better be.
Here,
You better be kidding me. God.
You fell for it, you dumb bitch.
I know.
Nah, you're fine. You look down at the thing and you go, dead.
Cool. It's dead.
Dead.
All right. Now I didn't actually have a sheath for this sword, did I?
No, you did not actually.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
So I guess I'm just kind of holding it now.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'm gonna over to Gerald then.
Oh, by the way, as the battle ends, I think probably as you spare the dying on Nefmir, the flames on the sword fade, and so do the flames that are surrounding your body. Now you just have a hole where your eye used to be,
Oh,
and no flames jutting out of it.
well, that's bad. But I'm not on fire
Oh, that's
anymore.
fine.
That's good.
So I guess I probably should have mentioned that you took damage from that. Um, as you do. You see. Just so you know, you took 13 damage for stabbing your eye out.
Okay. Only 13. That's pretty good.
Well, you can live without an eyeball.
Or can you?
Well, you currently are.
I suppose. Yes, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
How is Gerald looking?
Unable to stand, extremely battered. I think he was bitten several times. I think his armor is dented in on him. I think he's kind of struggling to breathe in the armor. His left arm that was holding the shield that was engulfed in black flame is red and terribly burned.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Not on the unconscious guy.
No, actually, on him.
Okay. All right. It's a little baby heal there. Yeah, he gets 4 HP back,
Wow, that's terrible.
and he,
Is that
you know,
with the +2 from the better healing?
no, I don't.
It says.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So it's that plus another 2.
Okay. I thought that was
Um,
just in here. I guess not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I think it's just, or is it 1d? No, it's just +2. That's plus your wisdom, so that must be part of the spell. Yeah. So I added another 2. I think especially if you are aiming at his arm specifically, that's enough to sort of close the gaping, terrible, raw burn wounds on his arm. It's not enough to cure his arm. It's still horribly burned, but it is no longer going to be in severe and terrible pain,
Okay, good.
which is, a big part of why he wasn't standing up before.
I bet. Yeah.
So that's helpful anyway. As you do that, he watches you healing his arm, and he looks at the sword that you're holding, and then up at you and says, "What happens now?"
I don't know.
And he just sort of nods and puts his head back on the ground. Still doesn't quite have the energy to get up
Yeah.
just yet.
That's fine.
Sorry for trying to kill you.
He laughs a little and says, "Yep. Happens to the best of us, right?" I think he kind of, after that, he lifts his head again to meet your eyes and says, "Are you good?"
Yes.
He nods again, and it seems to be taking a lot out of him to be lifting his head, but he keeps doing it anyway. So he drops it back on the ground again.
Okay, that's fine.
I think Lily goes over and sort of like, shoves Nefmir a little bit and realizes, oh, nope, that guy's unconscious. And she picks him up and she hops off the neck and she's just sort of holding him in her arms.
Like a baby.
Yeah, like a little owl baby.
Oh, that's cute.
And says, well, I got him. Oh, she's taking out her earbuds.
Oh, okay.
And then she sort of like goes, and pulls out his earbuds as well. Says, Nefmir! And then when he doesn't answer, she says, oh, okay.
Oh,
Looks over and says, well, I thought maybe he just couldn't hear us.
no, but I did something, and I think he'll be all right.
She kind of like looks down at him and like puts her finger on his pulse and says, oh, yeah, he's fine. Well, fine. Fine.
Right. I mean, I don't think he'll die. I think he may wake up even eventually.
She starts to, she feels something wet and she kind of like arranges him and like pulls her hand out and realizes that she's now covered in his blood and says, well, maybe not fine. Not so fine.
Rose?
Yeah. And she sets him on the ground. Let me see what I got. She says, well, I've got this one really good potion. Should I use it? Or maybe we just patch him up a little bit and let him heal naturally for old time's sake?
Well, I mean, you're the expert healer, so
All right, let me see what I can do.
I'll defer to you.
He
Like
goes
I
to work
said,
on him.
I did something, but oh my god,
Nefmir wakes up.
holy shit!
He slaps him on the chest and he just wakes up.
She works him like the jukebox in Happy Days. She just the Fonz. She goes boof, and he
Oh
goes.
my god.
Oh, man.
Nefmir, you have 1 HP.
Whoa!
Nefmir
Oh
doesn't
yeah, see, he's fine. Hey, buddy, game's over.
What? Game?
Oh yeah, and the vines fade. Lena, what are you doing over there?
I'm going to walk up to Thott and just, I guess now look up to him because I'm short now. Look him in the eye and just kind of like, I don't know. I think she has a lot of complex emotions about this. She looks him in the eye and just says, "You all right?"
Yes. I may be all right. Permanently now. Well, I shouldn't say that. The next thing, a wizard is going to appear and hex me or something. But yes, I feel pretty good actually, all things considered.
I think when you say that you are fine, you see Lily kind of wince in pain.
Oh, I don't like that.
She seems to be no longer focused on your conversation.
I didn't know that he like went berserk or whatever, so I don't actually really know what he's talking about. So, Lena says, like,
Oh, that's right. I guess that you should. We should specify that all Lena knows is that at some point she watched Thott, covered in flames, climb up the monster in front of her, and then leap off and burn the rift into nothing.
she also saw him cast ice.
Yeah, also that.
Uh-huh.
Last I heard from you, you'd rather die than use magic, have magic.
Oh.
And
Yes. This is well, you know, it just sort of happened.
yeah, funny how it does that.
That's terrifying.
Ugh. Yes. Sorry. I suppose I get it now. He doesn't
Lily-
usually laugh, but that one
No.
really got him.
That was yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that laugh.
While he's laughing, Lily suddenly grunts very loudly.
Lily, are you okay?
Her eyes have gone wide, and she's trembling. And
Lily, what's wrong?
she looks up at you all and kind of cracks a nervous smile and says, "So I'm to become your plan B, is that it?" And in that moment, her legs give out, and she drops to her knees as her chest starts to heave with effort.
What the fuck's going on? What's plan B? What's happening?
It seems I'm not actually rid of him, after all.
Her breathing calms, and her body relaxes as she brings herself to a standing position, and she looks at Thott and says, "I will have that sword, one way or another." And she launches herself at him.
Can I do a reaction?
Sure. What would you like to do?
I mean, you really can only do it like a reaction attack, right?
I mean, that's if she leaves your area, but she's going here.
Sure. Okay.
And you hear her scream with rage as she lifts her great sword over her. And then she stops. She screams in rage, and that magical energy begins to pulse from her body. And it sends out shockwaves around her this time. It's so much stronger, and she has this look of shock on her face, this surprise. And she lifts off the ground into the air, and she's just writhing in the air, though, just writhing as this magic pulses around her body, and she's screaming in anger, and this rage in her eyes, more twisted than the pure anger you normally see in her, suddenly changes, and you see doubt, and then fear. And as she rises further into the air and these convulsions grow in intensity, you hear her suddenly shout, "Fuck off, old man!" And there's one final blast of energy, and she falls to the ground.
I'm gonna try to catch her.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm rushing over to her.
A dex save.
I have to do a dex save?
Yeah, dex save to catch her.
Okay. I'm
Oops.
not gonna do it. Like,
Yeah, you hold your arms out to catch her, and she just goes drops right in front of you, outside of the uh, outside of the range of your arms, and hits the ground.
I'm so bad at that.
I'm
Um,
running over to her.
Okay, what are you doing?
Well, obviously not catching her since she dropped.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if she's awake, see if she's okay.
She is uh panting, breathing hard, and she's covered in a sheen of sweat now. But she kind of lifts herself off the ground a bit and raises herself to one leg. Then she braces hard on it and kind of heaves herself into a standing position and says, "Man, fuck that guy."
Are you okay?
She looks down at her hands and goes, "Guess so."
Is that the guy Thought always talks about?
Oh,
It-
yeah, Groomsh. Yeah, that was Groomsh. That was
Yes,
Groomsh, yeah.
I'm afraid
Yeah,
so.
she looks at Thought and says, "Yeah, he wanted me to kill you. Um, I told him no, I already tried." But he didn't like that actually, and he really boy, he really took me that time. Never it's never happened before.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, I really had no control over that. Sorry about that one.
Oh, that's
But
all right.
you know what's funny? I don't think that he was expecting the wild magic. I don't. She kind of stops and thinks and goes, "I don't think he vibes with it."
I mean, to be fair, when we use magic, no one really expects it.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yes, that's true.
That's fair. That's fair. But more than that, I just kind of got the feeling that I don't know, like it's sort of I don't know. He didn't like it. He didn't like that magic.
Lena
Oh,
smiles. You're just way too cool for him. He can't handle it.
I'm extremely cool. Yeah. And she gives you a high five.
Yeah, high five.
Yeah, high five. Oh man, that really sucked though. And she kind of pauses and goes, "No drumming." Hmm. And she looks at Thought and says, "No drumming."
No.
No.
Well,
Nothing.
I don't think I've ever said this before, but I am now very glad that you are magical.
She kind of goes, "Yeah. Wow. Well, shit."
Not to say that I'm coming around on magic, but it seems to be advantageous on occasion.
In the background, Lena's rolling her eyes.
Lily says, for someone who's, is coming around on it, he's sure used a lot of it in the last, like, 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah, well, it's complicated. It's, well, not that I know what it feels like. Actually, you know what? I do know what it feels like, don't I?
I look over at my crab.
Ah, man. Your crab was also on fire.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's all right.
Was he actually also on fire though?
Yeah, he was on fire.
Oh my god.
But we wouldn't know because he was keeping him in his little pocket for safekeeping.
Yeah.
Oh, so he is okay. somehow he didn't get burned by the flames.
Yep.
Okay.
It's almost like he's some kind of like magical conduit of yours.
He is that thing, actually. Okay. I don't know. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
You know.
you
I don't actually
you
know how the
fucking-
rules of
you
this.
fucking shell roasted him inside your
Oh,
mouth.
it'd be the saddest meal.
The saddest meal. Would you eat him?
No, but I'd let somebody else eat him.
Oh, that's sad.
Well,
I'd probably eat him.
No. Nefmir's bigger crab.
Nefmir's bigger crab.
we
would
have
eat
to
him.
honor him somehow. We can't just, I guess
Yeah,
we could bury him,
fair.
but
Viking funeral.
He just
well,
had
he was
one.
already on fire, so no.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's looking at the
Anyways.
crab because actually he does know how magic feels. But
I tell you guys that I did a Viking funeral last year.
No.
What?
You know those triops that you just like hatch out of
Oh.
an egg?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I had one that lived for about 2 months,
Oh no.
and then I put him in one of those like once it was dead, I put its body in one of those like tea light candle boats, and I shoved it out to Lake Wingram,
Oh my god.
and it went very, very far, and I could still see the light very, very far out.
Oh, that's really
Lovely.
sweet.
But I did not burn down anything.
That's-
It probably sank / went out eventually, but I had a
Yeah.
Viking funeral.
That's
the,
good.
The boat itself didn't catch fire, as far as I could tell. Maybe it did after I left. But yeah, that was
That is nice. That's very good.
anyway. Back to game.
Anyway, back to game. Gerard, I think, starts kind of groaning really loud as he starts to like roll over onto his side and onto his good side now, and starts pushing himself up into a sitting position. And just kind of looks between the two half orcs and goes, "You guys are really something."
Unfortunately, yes.
So I guess we address the elephant in the room. You have our order's holy blade.
When he says we'll address the elephant in the room, Lena's like pointing at like the giant dead creature, thinking that we're gonna discuss that. And
I know,
then
that's what
he
I
says
thought
that,
too.
And she puts her hand away.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the blade.
Wow. And you did incredible things with it. So that's the power of our silver flame.
Yes. It powerful, absolutely. To rival such a horrible influence, such as Grumsh. Not that I would expect it could not. It's just, well, I suppose I never expected it to be so kind to me.
Kind to you.
Well, to spare a half-orc from his murmurs, to be honest, I'm quite honored.
I mean, it is an intense honor to even behold it after hundreds of years. But he's just staring at the sword, and you see this envy, just pure envy written all over his face. Like, to be able to wield it is something else entirely.
Yes, I I don't quite understand myself either. I must confess. But well, whatever the flame wills, I will do.
He looks down and says, yes, well, I've been told the flame wills to be returned to the council.
Oh?
That is why we're here. Our mission was to recover the sword. It's been our mission for, well, as long as I've been in the order. It's been missing for so long, and now it's finally been recovered.
So it spoke to you as well?
Well, at that, he just kind of, like, recoils and says, spoke to you? Spoke to you. Spoke to you.
Oh, so are you saying that it... So you didn't hear anything?
You did hear something? What did you hear? What did it say?
I think I did.
Well, what? Spit it out, man. What is it?
Well, I don't know. It may have been a dream, possibly.
Oh, come on, Thott. What did it say?
Now I don't actually remember what it did actually say to me in the dream that even happened.
Oop. Let me see.
So,
Got those notes over here. Let me see.
like, I remember the broad strokes of the interaction,
Sure.
but and I remember the vision of when they were fighting the demon too.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't remember verbatim what was said.
Not a lot.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't
what
say
was
much.
said specifically was he cannot claim that which serves a higher purpose.
Yeah, there we go.
And then among other things, I mean, just a few inspiring notes, but nothing specific.
Right.
Well, you know, it did actually say something to me during the battle. Or at least, I don't think it did, but someone spoke to me. Someone who is certainly not alive any longer.
Yeah, I was going to say, Thott definitely knows who it was.
Yeah.
Someone who's not alive any longer. Who spoke? Who spoke to you?
Well,
Now his eyes are just wide with wonder now.
I heard the voice of a great paladin of the flame. The first one.
His mouth drops open and says, Tiramiron.
I believe so, yes.
You heard the voice of Tiramiron.
Yes. In fact, I suppose I shouldn't take credit for closing the rift, because, well, the voice said that the flame can cauterize any wound. And, well, you know, that's a sort of like a wound in reality or something like that. So, I can only assume that the flame was trying to help me out a little bit.
He seems shell-shocked now. And I think he pushes himself out of his sitting position, and he raises himself to one knee in front of you, and he very painstakingly lifts his sword off the ground and sort of digs it into the ground in front of him to where he is kneeling in front of you and says, "Those who hear the voice of the first paladin of Tiramiron, they are the chosen of the sword. You are the next Silver Flame Paladin."
I suppose that would be correct.
He bows his head in front of you.
I'm gonna also get on one knee and bow.
What?
Yeah.
You get down on one knee and bow, and he looks up and is like, "What are you doing?"
I'm just a servant. The same as you, of course.
A servant of the Silver Flame, yes, but not the same. Not the same. No. Not the same.
I know this is. Well, it's momentous, and it is difficult for me to even accept it at times, but I don't wish to be revered or anything. I'm just.
He meets your eyes now that you are level, kneeling to each other on the ground. And he smiles and says, "That is very humble, my lord, but it is no longer meant to be that way. You have been chosen."
Lena in the background says something like, "Oh my gosh, what a surprise. We had no idea."
I think at some point Lily gets kind of uncomfortable just watching these two idiots kneeling to each other, and sort of turns around to 1 HP Nefmir and says, "So how you doing, buddy?"
Yeah, not so bad. Not so great either, but not so bad.
Okay.
Oh, God. All right, I guess I'm gonna get back up. He's pretty weirded out by being called Lord.
Fair.
Yeah. Really not sure how to handle this. Yeah, I'm gonna need some stats on that sword, brah.
Hey, you know what I got for you there, brah?
What do you got? You got it?
I got it.
You got the sword?
Bam. I want to show to everyone. Everyone gets to see what you can do.
Oh my god. It's on fire.
God sword.
Is this that Minecraft
I like
sword?
it. It's fancy.
What?
Is that a Minecraft sword?
No.
No, not technically, no.
What do you mean technically?
Damn it, Kim.
What?
You dumb motherfucker. Why would you say that, Kim?
Because I love you.
Oh, extremely rude.
It's okay. It's funny. This is not from Minecraft.
No, it's not technically.
Why do you keep saying technically?
Yeah, read about your sword. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't just relax. You're fine.
You can ask me later. Wow.
It's a god sword.
Are we gonna get God stuff too?
Are you gonna look for it?
Hmm. Lena kind of whispers to Lily, we knew he was the chosen one, but I didn't think it'd be like this.
You didn't either.
She sort of like leans over and says, like, we're good to not be kneeling, right?
I think so. We're not in their order, so
I don't know what the silver flame is.
What?
I saw like the fire, and I guess that's it. Which is
They,
cool.
like-
It's a good sword, right?
they hunt that dragon. So
Right.
Right.
Wait, is Thott gonna have to kill the dragon now?
No, I don't think so, because the whole reason they are hunting him is because he took the sword for the chosen one. So I think maybe he can just tell them to not.
Now is probably not the good time to be talking about this.
I was gonna say, I think Gerald looks over and says, "I'm sorry, the dragon."
They don't know what they're talking about. We've been through a lot in the past. Oh, gods, I don't even know how long it's been now. But between losing our memories constantly and this thing over here,
He's pointing with the sword.
terrorizing us.
Casually gesturing with your god sword.
He did not. It's an instinct, you know. He's holding it.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
know. I
sheathed.
just like pointing it out.
You're not wrong to.
I'm gonna take out my dagger and start cutting this thing open.
Oh,
Wow,
gross.
Really nice.
Gross.
Let's see what it's eaten.
Yeah, Nefmir is getting up and has been kind of like, he's weak, so he's holding back, but he sees Lena starting to do this, and he's gonna help out. Start cutting open from the like from the same entry point with his dagger, and then away from where Lena is.
Okay.
Let's gut this thing and see what wasn't digested.
Gut this thing.
Oh,
Sounds cool.
No, you're not really going to. Oh,
He turns away.
Nefmir is like both arms deep in this thing.
Oh god.
I'm
You
assuming
would do
this
that.
causes I'm assuming this causes enough of a big distraction to
Yeah, actually.
change the topic from the dragon.
I think- Why don't you roll a persuasion check with advantage because you're his god now.
Oh no, I'm not a god. Okay.
Okay. As you speak, as you say, they don't know what they're talking about, etc., he just nods. Yeah, okay, I understand.
Oh good.
And then from behind him, the guts start spilling out onto the ground, and he goes, "Ah!" and he stands up.
Actually, are these guts dangerous? Do we need to have more than 1 HP to be doing this?
I was thinking that it was rather bold of you, but not. I mean, even if they weren't specifically dangerous, you are covered in open wounds. Covered in open wounds, and now, arm deep in the guts of a creature that you don't understand.
Roll for infection.
Yeah, boy.
Nefmir, we have potions, you know. You could,
I'm going to use a potion on myself.
okay.
I do have one.
Okay.
It's gonna kind of wipe my arm, like dry on the outside of the skin,
Oh,
so that like I don't, drink some creature blood in the process.
Yeah, good idea. All right, go ahead and roll that healing. Is it a regular potion?
Just a regular potion. What is that again?
Yeah. 2d4 plus 2. And you can just roll that as we continue. You and Lena sort of... Oh, so you get 8 back then. You and Lena get arm deep in this boy, and... All at least Nefmir gets arm deep, and what you find arm deep is a body.
Oh.
You pull out a mostly digested human body, and as you pull that out, several more follow in various states of digestion.
I think Lena kind of freaks out, and she kind of
Dude.
pulls back a bit and like,
What were
Oh
you
my God.
expecting to find in the thing's stomach?
I thought the bodies would be digested by now because this thing's fucking huge. Holy shit! I just thought there'd be like, I don't know, people's belongings and stuff in here. Oh God, these are bodies. Oh God, can I go throw up in the corner?
Yeah, dude.
She throws up in the corner.
Cool, yeah. And you know what? I bet this place fucking stinks now.
Yeah, it really does.
Nefmir fully understood that, that there'd probably be half-digested corpses in here, so he's off, but not really phased.
Sure. Like, so the general idea that the general energy you can get from this is sort of like when a snake swallows its prey whole, it takes quite a while to break down the prey, right? Same energy here. Each of those mouths, they're not chewing anything. They bite, they kill, and they swallow. So those bodies travel down that neck
I
and
don't
then just get
suppose any of
dumped
those-
into this bulbous tub.
I don't suppose any of those any of those bodies have silver flame armor.
Are you digging in there?
Oh, you're thrown up in the
Lena's not
corner.
None of them that came out immediately. Only a couple came out. If you want to dig in there, we can.
I think Lena's like, so we have proof that oh God, that this thing ate people. I'm good.
As am I.
Gerald kind of looks and says, I am very not good with this situation. I would like to leave for now.
When I said I'm good, I'm also like not good. I'm fine with leaving.
I do actually want to have a look at all of this.
Okay.
I want to try to figure out where it came from.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
Ew.
You don't really recognize the worked stone or anything like that offhand. But there is something, like, as you go through these various chests and whatnot, you find various paperwork and, miscellanies and whatnot. And at the top of some of the miscellaneous paperwork, there is the seal of the Temple of Lathander. And I think between that and knowing where you were told the sword would be, you can at least hazard a guess that this might be coming from the temple.
And you said directly above this was a hole, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything of value in this big pile?
No, not in particular.
Okay. Well, he's done with that.
It's
then.
just some stuff. Like storage stuff.
Stuff.
Storage stuff.
Okay, well, I suppose we don't need to be down here any longer.
I
Yeah.
think Gerard and Lena are already like on their way out, trying to get some fresh air.
Yeah, that's gonna take some time to get away from that smell.
Yeah,
Especially
but
because it is in your clothes now.
They are already moving out.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm walking in the same direction, but before I go, I toss a couple of Eldritch Spears at the corpse, just for good measure.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, I think that is where we end today. Walking away from your triumphant conquest.
more
like
like
walking
a,
in away with an explosion.
yeah, just,
Yeah, as
except
the
it's-
corpse explodes with
Ugh.
guts and stuff.
yeah, that's really gross.
I was hoping to end the session with you two kneeling to each other, but you guys had to go open up the body. So
But hey, but I mean,
Yeah, but then we
I
got
stood up
the-
finally.
you did,
We
yeah.
got to leave with the body exploding out behind us dramatically,
Yeah.
so I think that's pretty
Mhm.
good too.
I think that's really
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, it is pretty gross.